There is a guy that song about president and his son, Idris. I don't know if you've heard it, but you can check it now. He's in Nigeria and he's saying it. He sang the song and the song is going viral in Nigeria. He's still there.
Well, a song
Nobody
is
have arrested
different.
him.
People sing. Well, I don't know. Politics is a
So I
complex
cannot say
thing.
something about South Africans still travel to South Africa.
It
So
depends
you're
on
trying
what you
to
have
tell me now
said.
is don't say anything about Uganda and travel to Uganda. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. You said you're going to make a full buzz, like a full buzz
every
before
day,
you
back
travel
to back,
there.
back to back.
What you're trying to say is that I'm going to insult.
No, it's not insult. Yeah, I might say this person that made this comment is stupid. I can say something like that.
Because clearly you're insulted by the fact that South African content creators have talked about Nigerians to be dealing drugs. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're insulted.
So I can
and now you want to retaliate
it's not about
also
retaliating. You know, I can address that issue constantly, address it week to week, day to day. Maybe for straight 3 months, then I'll travel there. Yeah.
Well, I hope you create enough buzz and they'll arrest you so that I can create a video about it as well.
So, Miss Monica.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to Vicinfluential.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah. How do you feel to be here?
Excited.
Excited?
Because this is my very first time on a podcast.
Yeah. Are you camera shy?
Camera shy.
Also, right? So you're not camera shy.
Well, I've created most of my content by myself and behind a closed door. Even when I'm out, I'm still by myself.
Yeah.
But I'm not camera shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you interested in doing content? What are you interested in?
Mostly telling stories and stories that matter on my YouTube channel, which is Global Pulse with Monica. I talk about life of Africans and mostly I have focused my journey or my cause. Because sometimes you need a cause in content creation. Like, what are you trying to achieve?
Niche.
Not a niche, but a cause. My niche is Africans abroad, Africans outside of Africa who are trying to chase opportunities. But I'm telling you, I've recently focused a cause towards creating awareness, especially about prostitution, which is there is the element of young African girls being trafficked into prostitution in so many countries, including the United Arab Emirates, where we are, but so many other countries like Italy, Turkey, and it's been my main focus for some time now, which is like the main thing I talk about. But oftentimes I also share about everything else, the struggles of Africans abroad, and especially here in the United Arab Emirates. Yeah.
I thought people can come here with their consent. Maybe they sign another contract back home. When they come here, they will be forced to pay money, something like that. And it will be because of that reason, they will be pushed into what they're not supposed to do. Right? Something like that.
Well, I'm glad you told me what you think, because when I started talking about prostitution in Dubai, prostitution in the UAE, the information I had was very, very shallow. I didn't know that I didn't know anything, because all I did know was that I would see girls, African girls on the streets. And I thought, oh my God, look at those African girls. They are embarrassing us as fellow African ladies. And my content was actually like, oh my God, these girls are embarrassing us. You know, someone needs to do something about these girls. But the deeper I got and the more information I got regarding the topic, that's when I realized that there are more sinister things that
Is
are
this something you'd like to
happening
share?
surrounding.
since
Well,
since you're creating
my
content
whole
about
channel
it.
is all about that. I'm
Yeah.
sure if anyone can check it
All
out, they
right. All
can
right.
see. But maybe for future,
Mm.
if we prepare to talk about that, because
Okay.
these are sensitive things. You don't just sit
Yeah.
here
Pop and
and
then start talking about
start
it.
sharing.
All
It's
right.
not like a personal experience. These are
All
very
right.
sensitive and
Uh,
very important things that matter, which is the reason as to why I've made it my personal focus for a cause to create awareness surrounding that issue. Yeah.
Now, for you calling it a cause, when you take up a cause, sometimes it brings a lot of headache.
Yeah, of course. It is. It's a lot of work because if it's a cause, it means you're trying to achieve a positive change. You're trying to change some things that are happening.
Yeah.
And not everyone is welcome to that kind of change. Like I said, we really can't get into it, but you can tell that there are so many things I'm trying not to say.
The backlash and the attacks that will come
Exactly.
with it. You can stand it. Are you
Well,
built
if
for
it's a
it?
cause,
Skin.
it's a cause.
Yeah.
If you're willing to stand up for something,
Yeah.
because some of us, we would rather stand up for something than to fall for nothing or just to stand by and watch. We are not bystanders. Some of us, we have to stand up. Yeah.
So I made a video that you reacted to.
Yeah.
And you reacting to that video, you said that you've had a lot of experience here in UAE. How long have you been here?
4 years, still counting.
4 years?
Yeah.
With 4 years, and you've been working?
Yeah, well, if you can call it that, working.
So how did you get your experience? I would say that you focused on something. So how did you get the experience? You get your experience through ladies or through guys?
My experience in the UAE is
reacting to that video, not general experience. You reacting to that video, you said that judging from the experience you have here in UAE, right? So you can say. So I'm asking your own, is the experience that you were speaking from, is it with guys or ladies?
it's my own personal experience in general.
In general.
So I even said in the video that I have watched couples. So it's a general experience, but through my own life.
Most of our Ugandan ladies that try to, when they're in a relationship, just like our brothers are claiming that they have a peace of mind when they are in a relationship, you said that what the person is doing is trying to pass time, right? If the person is actually has a job that the person can fund herself or fit her bill, whatever she wants, that she will not be in that relationship.
Well, let's first talk about your video, really.
Yeah.
Because I actually did not grasp your point, did not grasp how you feel about
Ugandans?
the ladies' comments,
Okay.
not Ugandans. Yes, that one too, but the ladies' comments, what she talked about. Because I reacted to it because it was insulting.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you think about her comments? Were they complimentary to you or do you think they were insulting?
Okay, you mean my guest?
Yes.
Okay, the way that she talked about Ugandan ladies, that you felt insulted.
Yes.
Okay, I will say something about it from the guy perspective, right? If I'm in a relationship, I don't want headache. If I'm in a relationship, I don't want loggerhead. I don't want, after facing whatever I faced outside, I will come in again and still face crazy attitude at home. I don't want that. And this is why most people, you've been online, you've seen videos, right? This is why you will see most of our guys saying Ugandan ladies are peaceful, this and that. They are saying it from that perspective. So if that is my angle, I don't think
you don't think it is insulting. That's really interesting. Because
I can also say this, right? I would say East African guys, not just the ladies, are a little bit quiet. They're a little bit calm than us West Africans.
Um, the reason we were insulted, which
Okay.
is probably what you're wondering, because
Okay.
if you actually think those were compliments,
Mm.
you are wondering why were Ugandan girls insulted by this compliment?
Uh-huh.
Her compliments, her comments, not compliments. I don't consider them comments. They are
Okay.
straight up insulting.
Okay.
They are condescending. It's like patronizing you, but in a way that is minimizing you.
Because of
I'm going to give you an example so
right.
that you see it in another light. Because right now, considering you are a man and maybe men sometimes want someone they'll cheat on, slap, and they'll still be there for them, I'm assuming.
All right.
I'm going to give it to you in another
All right.
example. Let's say you have a friend or a girlfriend who is taking advantage of you, like you are helping them financially. And I know for a fact that this person is taking advantage of you. And they come and be like, oh, you are such a nice guy. Do you think I'm complimenting you?
Sorry. If I'm in a relationship, right?
May not be a relationship, may just be a friend.
A lady.
Or a relationship.
A lady.
Or even if a man, anyone really, you're helping them financially. And I know for a fact that they are taking advantage of you. And I'd be like, you're such a nice guy. Do you think I'm complimenting
I'm trying
you?
to understand what you're saying. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. From your own perspective, you're saying that most of the West African guys are taking advantage of the ladies.
Let's go back to my hypothetic. I want you to answer it.
Yeah.
Because after that, that's when you will understand where we are coming from, who are getting insulted.
Yeah. No, if I will know it, I will not take it. If I know it, I will not take it. If I know that somebody is exploiting me and trying to being complimentary the same way, that is purely is calling me a stupid person.
Purely. If I say, oh yeah, exactly, you get it now, right?
No, I understand what you said. I understand what you said before, right? If what you said is that we are taking advantage of the Ugandan girls.
No, let's go back. Let's stick to this hypothetical. Really.
I understand
After we solve the hypothetical, then I can better.
Hypothetical, but I'm trying to put it straight.
Let's first solve the hypothetical. Okay. After we solve it, then we can properly understand why we were insulted by all her compliments. Hypothetically, you are helping out someone.
No, but
it could be a friend. Listen, let's complete the hypothetical first.
All right, go ahead.
You are helping out someone financially.
Yeah.
A friend, but they really don't need it. They're just taking advantage of you. And I know this for a fact. So I come to you and I'd be like, you're such a nice guy. Do you think I'm complimenting you?
But it's not the same.
Listen, do you think I'm complimenting you?
No, if you're exploiting me and complimenting me at the same time.
No, me. I'm not the one taking your money. Someone else.
Yeah, whoever is doing that is calling me a stupid person.
So if I come and say, you're such a nice guy, am I complimenting you?
No, but it's not the same thing.
Listen, answer the question.
No, it's not the same thing.
Just answer it.
You know why it's not the same thing?
Just answer it.
Okay, we're talking about a guy and a lady, and they're going to be in a relationship, or they're going to be in a, whatever they're doing, friend with benefits, right? If I am a guy, I say, oh, I'm trying to exploit you, and I'm going to spend on you. And you're going to come home, and what you're saying hypothetically, that if you are giving this person money, and you know that they are using this person hypothetically, and they will come and say you're such a nice guy, is not the same. Why? Because I am going to give you money. That thing that you called giving money is sex. That thing you said that if you're giving me money and I'll become, you know that you're giving me money and you know that it's used that I'm or using me, whatever how you said it, right? And then I'm coming and say such a nice guy. I'm just taking your money. Maybe I really do not need it, but that is not the same thing. I am a guy. I am the person that is going to give. And according to you, the way we are using is sleeping with them. And when maybe we really do not like.
No, I
or
think
we
you're
don't
reading
love.
so much into my hypothetical. It's a male friend.
Yeah.
It's not a female.
Okay, that means I don't think it has
If it's a
something
male
to do with
friend,
our podcast or my guest. I don't think this hypothetical has something to do with that guest. Has it?
listen,
Uh,
let's take the hypothetical
okay, I will not
separately
take it.
and you answer it separately.
I will
Because
not take it.
if you understand that,
Mm,
that if I'm saying you're such a nice guy,
mm.
I'm not actually complimenting.
Yeah, because
I'm just being condescending.
Yeah.
I'm patronizing you. I'm minimizing your struggle at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
understand, but
complimenting
this was
you
not that podcast.
while the same words I
Mm.
could tell to someone and it's just a compliment.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So she wasn't complimenting
It's not
us.
something though.
She was just being condescending,
Something though.
which is really insulting.
No, it's not the same thing though.
According to you,
Mm.
it's not the same thing.
I have tried to explain to you from my own part of view as a guy.
Please, maybe
I have
re-explain.
No, I said from my own angle, being a guy,
Yes.
right? I would like a feminine woman. I like, not even I will, I like a feminine woman. I don't like a man, a lady who is masculine or being confrontational. I don't like that. I'm not trying to be hypothetical this time. So if this is who I am, that means what she was talking about that day, she was talking about the kind of person I would prefer. You get?
What she said.
It's not being using. Maybe you guys, maybe you will see it as insulting. That is your right. I don't know how she said it. Maybe
if someone is minimizing your suffering, because let's look at it in the context that she was commenting about it.
Though, right? That is not suffering. You know why? Because the guy is spending.
Let's literally agree to disagree.
All right.
Because if someone is having a full-time job, that's what she said, she'll have a 12-hour shift and come back home,
that she's ready,
cook and clean.
No, she said.
And she said, listen, she said that a Ugandan lady
is ready.
would never complain about that. Meaning, any other lady would complain about that. So her and I agree on the fact that 12-hour shift plus cook and clean is something to complain about. So if I'm saying that the Ugandan ladies, but they don't complain about that, so that's why the other men like them. I'm just being condescending. I'm patronizing these Ugandan females.
Like them in friendship, like them in
dating.
It might not be only in dating.
Well, in whichever context.
No, now this is for opposite sex. This is man and woman. A man liking a woman because of this. You don't know where he's going to go. You don't know the relationship they are into already.
Yeah, well.
Right? If I said, okay, I take this person because of she's doing her house duty like as a woman. It might be because I said I like my wife because she's doing what she's supposed to do as a woman.
Well, I get that.
Yeah.
But we are not here to discuss. We are not here to discuss what men love and what men don't.
Yeah.
We are here to discuss about this lady's comments. Are we not?
Your reaction to the video. Why did you react that way?
And that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
You felt insulted.
Yeah, because she was so condescending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this means that you guys don't like when people does this kind of videos. It's not just that one.
Look, I may be a lady who is doing a 12-hour shift, coming back home, cooking and cleaning. This is what has been dealt for me. This is what life has been cut out for me. Listen, yeah? And I don't need someone, maybe my husband's ex, to come here and tell me that the reason as to why this man has chosen you is because of this, this, and that. That is not her complimenting me.
No,
You understand?
Am I just? But if that's your husband ex, right? Said this is why this man chose you because you give him peace of mind. What about that one?
Do you think it's
That one will not be complimenting?
No, it's not.
If somebody say you give somebody peace of mind, it's not complimenting.
It's not.
Are you
It's
serious?
in another way of saying that.
That you what?
Otherwise, I'm better than you.
No.
Listen, read between every single line.
No. If I said I choose a lady because she gives me peace of mind, it means that lady is a queen. It means I'm calling her a queen.
Listen.
No. You can ask any other guy this.
When you say it as a man, it's different. Because you are a man. But when a woman says it, it is different. That's not what she's implying. That's not where she is coming from.
Right.
She's not coming from a point of, oh, I love women who are like that, unless she's, lesbian. But clearly she isn't. She is commenting like this because, okay, the reason as to why our men are not liking us, or men are not liking us better than that, it's just these two reasons. It's because a Ugandan lady can be slaved away. What's funny?
No. You can't say something like that.
That's what she said.
No, that's not what she said.
She said her words. She said that.
That's what
she said. Listen. Her words.
Yeah.
A Ugandan lady can work 12 hours and come back home, cook and clean.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. A Ugandan lady can be slaved away, and that is the only reason, only reason as to why these men are dating or marrying Ugandan women. There is no other reason. That's what she is saying.
Okay.
And she's also implying that her, as a non-Ugandan lady,
a Nigerian,
I don't know, she cannot do that. Because ideally, no one wants to be slaved away.
Okay, I want to go back a little bit in time. This is not my first video with her, right? And my first video with her is titled The Role of African Woman.
Yeah, okay, I didn't watch that one.
You can check and you will see it. And during that day on the podcast, we were two guys, and she being the only lady in our mixed study. So what we were discussing was the role of African women. Africans are not the same as the white people, right? In our houses, as an African, a woman is in charge, taking care. So taking care might be that thing that you see as slaving, which I don't see. Right? So right now, our ladies are living it.
You wonder why.
Huh? They are living it. Why now they want to be free? Now, you just got this.
You just used the word free. Thank you very much.
No, they want to
it
be
came
free.
to you naturally because you actually know.
No, they want to be free, and it's no longer enticing to us. It's no longer attractive.
So we are made to entice you?
Now, I just said that any lady that does like that is a queen to a guy, to a man, whoever she marries.
Who does what?
A lady that knows her work in the house.
Who knows her place?
Not her place. There is a lady, biologically, naturally, the way God created the woman. You understand? Now, if you're saying that she will go and work, that was instance. Now, if you're saying it from that perspective that she will work 12 hours and come back and still do all these things, no. Not everybody will take that one. She might not work. Or if she's working and you walk in, you guys will find alternative. Now,
Look,
that was an instance. If you ask every guy after this video, you can ask everybody you see behind the scene, anybody you see, you can just say, okay, let me just ask you this thing. Answer me from a guy's perspective.
yeah, listen, some comments, not everyone should make them. You understand?
She'll make some comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for example,
But she's saying why
if you are
guys,
not sharing,
she's saying why guys,
if you
why guys are going
for Ugandan women.
Yeah, why?
Mm,
Right?
that's what I said.
And I don't know if you saw the part she said Ugandan ladies are smart.
No.
You did not see that side? An argument a Nigerian girl will not let go.
I did watch that part. But I think you should watch your videos.
Okay.
You should.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you did watch, especially that part where she talked about Ugandan women are smart, the immediate next thing, I think you asked her something, I don't remember exactly. She went spiral, like the opposite. You know? I don't remember exactly, but I remember that part, the smart, but the next part that she said. You know, I spent also a very good amount of time on her TikTok. I spent a good amount of time on her TikTok.
Okay.
And leave alone this that is very clearly very confusing to some people. You are not getting the insulting part. I guess you have to think like a Ugandan woman to be able to get the insulting part. Or, think a little bit logically. On her TikTok, she comments a lot about like how Ugandans dress up.
You're talking about from her TikTok, not from that video.
I said, let's leave her on that video.
Okay.
And I said, I went into her TikTok.
All right.
And I saw so many other videos of hers where she's commenting about like how Ugandans dress and, how Ugandans compete in working environments, especially Ugandan ladies. And you cannot miss the negativity, the toxic compliments.
Okay.
She'll be like, they, like any other African lady, dresses smartly, puts on some makeup, and when they are going to invite like someone to come to a work function or maybe a dinner, they'll still prefer to invite the Ugandan because she is quiet. You understand? Like, it looks like a compliment. Looks like, oh my God, Ugandans are usually preferred for some reason, but it's not. You are missing the whole part where she just literally insulted the dressing code of Ugandan ladies.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
She talked about how they gave out a promotion in her company where she works, and every other African that's Cameroon who were apparently presenting to be smart, they were contributing better to projects and to the team. And a Ghanaian who cannot answer any question, she doesn't have a clue of what they are actually doing, still got this promotion. You might be like, oh, Ugandans, they're doing so well, like they are being liked. But you miss the fact that she just literally said that Ugandans are so dumb. That is so insulting. Yeah.
So you're not actually getting everything you're saying from my podcast?
No, I actually only started from your podcast, and I got angry from it, the fact that I had to respond to it. Reason being, leave alone the condescending, even if it were true. It wasn't true. You saw my response.
Yeah.
All she said was quite wrong. It wasn't true, and I don't know how
I thought you were saying that everything she said about Ugandan ladies, that is not her. I didn't watching your video. I did not see you reacting at her insulting Ugandan ladies. That it was not the impression I got from your reaction. You got what I said?
Oh.
I
Why
watched
would
the
you
video.
think I would feel the urge to react? It's because I was insulted.
No. If somebody insulted you, like everything you just called out here,
Mm.
you can make a video about it and said everything you said here. Now, everything you just
Well,
said
that
here.
would take 1 hour, wouldn't it?
Hmm?
It would take 1 hour.
No, you can just find a way, make it 5 minutes, 5 minutes video. You
Yeah,
can upload it
but
on
I made
TikTok.
what I made because in a moment I needed to set the record straight
Yeah.
because I don't want any Ugandan lady to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
For example, let's talk about some of her accusations.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about cook, clean, have a 12-hour job. Have you dated a Ugandan?
No.
No? You've seen someone date one, right?
I have a Ugandan friends, but I've not seen any of my guy dating any.
Okay, let me inform you.
Mm.
What I said in my video is true. Ugandan ladies, they typically do not do what she said. Of course, you have to clean, but it's not like being extra. You're not doing anything extra from any other female from Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah? And maybe cook sometimes, but it's way less as compared to West African ladies. I've personally lived in places that are shared and you can see other African couples, and West African ladies, they'll make meals. They'll cook for the whole week, meals that are very complex. I've honestly never made such meals.
Have you tested it before?
Of course, I know they are really tasty.
I said, have you tested it?
The food, yeah.
Okay. Which one did you test? Egusi.
I can't name them, but I've explored a lot of West African food. I love jollof
Okay,
rice. Yeah.
The famous one.
Yeah. And I know I can't make it. And I've dated West Africans before, but I've never cooked for any one of them. And they've never required me to. Because when they date a Ghanaian lady, the one thing you can get right is that we were raised to be very soft-spoken, take things really softly. Like she would not fight with you in public or have to raise her voice or, make fists. She would never do that. Something that I have realized that West African ladies can actually do.
Yeah, they can.
When she gets really angry, she can. Which is something that that is correct.
Right? A Nigerian lady will not get started with what she said now. She will just said something back and that's it.
You don't know women. I think you really don't know women.
Maybe.
You really don't know women.
Maybe.
If it's a West African lady that is saying it, no insult. But you are not West African. Why are you talking about West Africans? You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm not expecting an insult from my comment that I just made. Similarly, she should know. She should have known that she is insulting us as Ugandan because she really pointed us out, and you just can't make comments about another female like that.
I want to ask you, right? Have you seen any video where they called Nigerians drug dealers?
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
How many of it have you seen? Countless, right?
Yeah.
Which does this the video now? There are this particular country that always do videos like this.
I never took notice of the particular country.
Yeah. So, if I see that kind of video, you know what I said? Or he cannot cope with the pace that I'm moving. So the only thing that he will use to comfort himself is that I'm a drug dealer.
Okay, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand
so
it.
I don't understand if you ask a guy or you see guys saying that they prefer Ugandan ladies. I don't know if you have seen any video like that.
Look, when I see guys saying that, these guys, they're actually really honest.
So I don't know how you get where your anger is coming from.
Listen.
Yeah.
I think you're really not getting it. I'm saying something and I'm explaining it.
You can just say
if you are a female.
You can just say because they cannot match up. And that's it.
If you are a female, Why are you explaining the
No, you can
other
just say because
females?
they cannot keep up. Because that is a compliment. That is something to be proud of. And you're getting angry at it. You will just or make a video saying you're angry because you cannot keep up. Or you cannot keep a man. Or your men don't like you. You're getting angry.
I don't know why you're not understanding
No, I understood.
the side
I
of the
understood what you said.
female.
When people, yeah.
If
Okay.
a man says it,
Mm,
totally fine. Totally fine, because he's a man and he's explaining why because he's involved in this. But if you're on the outside of this equation, don't just think things, but you don't have to say them. You can think things to comfort yourself under your pillow and under your blanket, but you don't have to say them out loud.
mm,
If you're saying them out loud, that means you are expecting retaliation. You are attacking someone.
there are. Okay, let me say, South Africans.
I'll give you an example,
All right.
another example. This example is to explain that when you're making content, especially if you are talking about other people, don't expect them not to get insulted. For example, I make content about trafficking of young girls into prostitution in the UAE, and the pimps that are involved and all that. And oftentimes I get
attacked.
comments
Saying,
from people who sometimes I assume these people are, the pimps. And
how do you feel about somebody says something to you under your video?
My point.
How do you feel?
I'm going to answer you after I complete my point.
All right.
My point is, when I'm making these videos, I have something I'm trying to achieve. Yes, I know I'm going to insult these people whose business I am talking about, who are making money out of this business and this trade. So when they retaliate in my comments, I'll be like, I see you. I was expecting you. You understand? That's how I feel. So I don't expect them to be like, like no comment. No, I'm literally attacking them.
So I think TikTok will also remove some of the comments, right?
Yeah, but sometimes I bring them back because I believe people are entitled to their comments.
All the comments TikTok remove from my video, I bring them back. All. Anyone I have not bring back is because I have not checked. Because after work, I will check my videos because I post in the morning before starting job. Then when I come back, I will check everything. If there is anyone I need to reply, I reply. Or I check the comments. If there is anyone TikTok remove, I'll bring it back. It doesn't matter. If you go to most of my videos, I talked about South Africans. There is no comment I removed. And they are not fair with their comments.
Yeah. People are entitled to their comments.
I will not say I come to do videos saying South Africans, and I will not allow you to write whatever.
What did you talk about South Africans?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah, that is why I asked you, have you seen anybody doing videos saying Nigerians are drug dealers? There are two people that does this more in Africa. That is South Africa and Kenya. And in this UAE,
for South Africa, I would understand because I've been to South Africa and there's a big drug program. And they say that these drugs are coming from, Nigeria. So I would understand why a South African would feel the need to talk about that as an issue.
Have you seen hopefully why my response is always you can't keep up?
You can't keep up.
Yeah, that's why you're calling me a drug dealer, because you can't keep up. So calling me a drug dealer is the only thing that you use to comfort yourself.
Well, I don't get your context.
You called me a drug dealer.
I don't have to get it because obviously I'm not Nigerian.
No, you called me a drug dealer right now because you see me doing something that you're wondering, how is this guy getting money to do this? Then you called me a drug dealer. I say, yeah, you can't keep up.
Well, I don't know the full context.
No, I'm just
so
saying.
I can't comment
on that. You
called
me a drug dealer because you see me holding this cup and you couldn't afford this cup. You said, why would this guy be buying this kind of thing. He's a drug dealer. Then my response to you is you can't keep up. That is why.
You know, when you asked me about the drug deal thing,
Mm,
I thought about this guy, the Nigerian guy who was recently arrested here in Dubai.
recently,
Yeah.
or like how many years ago? I think
Not
2020. You know his name? He's tall,
yeah.
very tall, and a little bit fair in complexion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I think 2020.
Him and his brother.
No, I don't know this one.
No, I think about someone else.
Yeah, I
The one
think
I'm
so.
talking about is pretty recent.
The one they say he was importing
Coke.
snow.
Yeah.
Snow. What is snow?
Cocaine.
Snow, not cocaine.
Snow
Yeah, that's what I heard.
is another type of drug,
Snow.
which
The
is
snow,
coke.
the snow that we all know that you're asking during winter time in Europe.
Oh, honey. Really? That's what you think?
That's what I think.
It's coke.
I'm naive. I'm a very naive person.
It's
Right.
coke, and that's why he was arrested and charged. So when you asked me, listen, my point, when you asked me, that's what I thought about. So when it comes to the South Africans saying that Nigerians and drugs, I can't comment because I don't have a side. You
Okay,
understand?
Yeah, and it's okay if you don't have a side, but the people that I have seen does this kind of video mostly are Kenyans, mostly South Africa and Kenya, right? And I will do video. I've been in South Africa before, and I will still go back there.
Mm.
And before going back there, I will do so much video talking about them, like trying to put them straight, trying to set some records straight. So I will make sure I'm in their face before traveling to there. So
Are you trying to die? Just asking. Because I was there and
no, it will be very, very uplifting to see that this guy that was saying something that South Africans were doing got to South Africa and they arrested him.
So you're trying to get arrested?
No. Because what they are saying, I'm going to talk about what they are saying. I'm not actually going to lie against them, right?
Well, I hope you're not trying to get arrested. I hope you have a plan because I wouldn't want to get arrested in South Africa.
I don't know why you would not like to get arrested. I'd rather get arrested in South Africa than here in UAE.
I'd rather get arrested any day, anytime in the UAE than anywhere in Africa.
No, South Africa, I would prefer South Africa than here. Yeah, because it will be brutal. Yeah, I will have more things to say about them when I get out. I'm not a criminal.
When you get out, the word is if. If you get out.
I will, because I did not steal anything. I'm not a criminal. They're going to arrest me based on what I said online.
You really have so much belief and trust in the
African system.
No, in the justice system of Africa.
In jail or what?
If you reach jail, you'll be so lucky.
Is this what happens? Is this what happens in Uganda?
Well, I don't want to talk about Uganda.
No, you will say that Nigeria is so corrupt. People will say like that. I don't even know what you're talking about. They arrest people every day in Nigeria and they come out every day, even attacking the president directly, saying things about the president, and they get out every day.
Okay, that's good.
No, it's okay.
And the fact that I can comment, that's good, because so many places that doesn't happen. People get arrested and they don't come out. Or they come out in a different shape.
I don't think that, I'm not saying bad thing doesn't happen in Nigeria, but it's not about saying something because of the government. No, it's not like that. I was saying, no. People say things about
Well, obviously there is opposition and people in government. I'm trying to think
right now there is a guy that song about president and his son, Idris. I don't know if you've heard it, but you can check it now. He's in Nigeria and he's saying it. He sang the song and the song is going viral in Nigeria. He's still there.
Well, a song is different. People sing. Well, I don't know. Politics is a complex thing.
So I cannot say something about South Africans to travel to South Africa?
It
So
depends
you're
on
trying
what you
to
have
tell me now
said.
is don't say anything about Uganda and travel to Uganda. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. You said you're going to make a full buzz, like a full
Yeah,
buzz
every
before you
day, back
travel
to back,
there.
back to back.
What
I'll
you're
make
trying
sure
to
I'm in
say
their
is that
face.
I'm going to insult.
No, it's not insult. Yeah, I might say this person that made this comment is stupid. I can say something like that.
Because clearly you're insulted by the fact that
Mm.
South African content creators have
Mm.
talked about Nigerians to be dealing drugs. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're insulted.
So I can.
And now you want to retaliate
It's
and
not. It's not about
also
retaliating. You know, I can address that issue constantly. Address it week to week, day to day. Maybe for straight 3 months, then I'll travel there. Yeah.
well, I hope you create enough buzz and they'll arrest you so that I can create a video about it as well.
No, I don't. You know,
I'll be like, oh,
this
this guy.
is how you can deal with issue. This is how you can deal with issue. If somebody's saying something that you know is getting out of hand, you just do your own. You know, under those videos, there are so much videos of people tagging me, see what Nigeria did here, see what Nigeria did here, see what Nigeria did here. I said, if I start bringing what Chinese people did in Africa, or Indians do everywhere they are in the world, or Pakistan do everywhere. Do you know the population of Nigeria? South Africa is 60 million. Nigeria is going to 300 million now. Jesus Christ had only 12 people and one person sold him.
Mm.
If you do it, if you divide Nigerians by 12, one person will sell all South Africans. If you want to check it like that.
Mm.
So you cannot come and be judging up to 300 million people because of what few people did in South Africa. South Africans being Christian, all of a sudden, forgot what happened in the Bible. Forgot about Cain and Abel. Right?
You know, I'm here listening to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have no comment on the topic.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when it's about you, you really understand it so well.
No.
But
Okay.
when I say that this
Yeah,
girl
no.
saying that Ugandans A, B, C, D
Yeah.
is just not proper. If
No,
she has one bad experience,
I'm looking at
she
it from
shouldn't,
my own
you know,
perspective, me being a guy.
generalize for all Ugandans.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you don't get that.
No, me,
But
I'm
somehow,
looking at it being a guy, right? And your reaction was not only based on my podcast with her. Your
so
reaction
I want you
was
to
based-
understand
Yeah.
that whatever you're talking about, Nigerians and you know how you are reacting
No,
to the
you
fact
can do the same
to
thing.
that
You
content.
can do the same thing.
What I'm saying is that I
Yeah.
want you to know that right now, I don't get it.
No, you can do
And
the
that
same
should
thing.
be okay.
No, you can do the same thing. You can call her out, call me out, call whoever is doing that kind of video out and say, you guys are not, you don't take this as a compliment.
Yeah,
Just like you said
exactly
now.
what I'm
It
doing
doesn't
right
matter
now.
how many minutes it's going to take. If it's going to take 5 minutes.
Exactly what I'm doing now.
If it's going to take 5 minutes, if it's going to take 7 minutes, you can do it. When you see somebody does that kind of video, you can react to it and say, this is how we feel about this thing from your own perspective.
Yeah,
Okay,
which is
now-
exactly what I
No,
did.
she told me that I don't think they got where I was coming from.
Of course we did.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm looking at it maybe from a wrong angle, but I'm a guy. I will tell you that.
Well, she might
Me being
she
a
might
guy, this
need
is
to
how I
have
like.
some further explaining to do if she
Okay.
feels like we didn't get what where she was coming from.
Mhm. I think she will see this video and she might do a follow-up video concerning
Sure.
it. I think that would be a better one, right?
Yeah, and the cycle continues.
The cycle must continue.
The cycle
So
continues.
where can we find you? Can you tell us the handle of your where can we
My
find you?
main place where I share the content that I actually think about and care about
Mm.
is my YouTube channel, Global Pulse with Monica. But you know, TikTok is really fun, and oftentimes there is banter that you need to enjoy and contribute towards. And sometimes I do share my content like about life of Africans in the UAE, also on TikTok as well. My TikTok is Monica UG.
Monica UG.
Yeah.
So we will write just Monica on this
Monica
video.
-UG.
All right, all right. Okay,
You
Monica.
write Global Pulse with Monica.
Global Power Suite Monica.
Pulse.
Pulse. Okay. All right. All right, Monica. Thanks for coming on Vicinfluential.
Thank you for having me.
Conversation, right?
Yes, it had.
You forgot that there was
some
camera
good
some
moments.
places. Did you
No, I
forget?
did not.
You were constantly looking at it.
Yeah.
So that does not mean that means you did not enjoy this conversation.
I did because my mind is open to a different thing. The fact that I thought, like what you told me, how you really still don't get the part where she insulted us. I really hope.
It's not on that video. Maybe it's some other video that you've watched, but not on that podcast.
Yeah, specifically on that podcast.
On that podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really hope that there are so many people who still didn't get it, because to me what is important
did you check the comment section? To
me what is important is not to be misunderstood as Ugandan women. I was actually going to comment this and you cut me off some time back. Part of the reason as to why what she said is untrue, what the untrue things that she said are not good for us. If everyone is saying that Ugandan women can be slaved away, if I meet a boyfriend, he is from West Africa, he's expecting A and I'm Z, because what she said is not true. He's expecting that I'm going to cook clean after my 12-hour shift. So if I come into his house or whatever,
and you didn't do
and
that,
I'm not doing that, you realize the kind of tension that is going to happen. Fine, men might be really excited right now. Oh my God, I need to get a Ugandan girlfriend because she can, work 12-hour shift, cook clean. And this is not, in fact, the truth.
No, you started the conversation with hypothetically, but you did not understand.
I needed you to get the hypothetical because it wasn't part of her comments.
Yeah.
Because if you did get it, you would have understood why we were insulted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like if everyone knew that you're such a nice guy to be taken advantage of, people will keep coming into your life to take advantage of you. So if I'm saying, oh, you're such a nice guy, if I'm telling everyone he is such a nice guy, I'm not giving you a compliment. I'm setting you up for failure.
All right, if that is how you see it. But I just think that Ugandan ladies will see me as a setup and come and use me the way they want. I'm open.
Why are you saying Ugandan ladies? Do you need a poster? I can make you a billboard.
All right, guys. If this is your first time coming across Vicinfluential, mostly our Ugandan ladies, I am sorry if you felt insulted on my platform. I'm sorry for that. But the truth is, the conversation is not going to go away. We're going to talk about it because this is what is happening. So at the point we are going to discuss about it, we're going to invite guests and talk about it. Still, it won't stop. Just like I said about South Africans, what they do, I still like them. I work with most of them. We don't even bring something like this up. So that is just how the world works, right? But if we come on this platform, we're going to talk about what is happening in the world because that is what my platform is all about. So if you're not part of this community, please subscribe, comment, and share this video, and see you next week on Vicinfluential.